When it comes to Malay food, sambal is a signature dish, and tofu sambal goes so well with Indian food like sambar and rasam. You must try this recipe. Let's go. Tofu Sambal. Ingredients: fried tofu, garlic, red onions, shallots, dried red chillies, coconut milk, palm sugar, belacan, asam keping, tomato, and red chillies. To prepare the dried chillies for the sambal, snip them up and add in some boiling water and let that soak for at least 10 to 15 minutes. And while that's soaking, let's prepare all the other ingredients. Chop up the onions and the shallots. We'll be using them for grinding and also to garnish at the end, and also as one of the ingredients that we add towards the end of the cooking process. Here we have tomatoes. Thinly slice them. They just look so delicious when they're plump and ripe. We have some fried tofu. Cut each square into 4 pieces and everything is ready to go. Now in a mixer, add in the belacan, asam keping, the shallots, garlic and the red chilies, and grind them into a paste and add just a little bit of hot water if you need it. And not forgetting the dried chilies as well. That's the main thing that you need to grind. It becomes a paste like this. And now let's start the sambal. Add in about 5 to 6 tablespoons of oil and add in all of those ground paste of sambal and fry that for at least 10 to 15 minutes until the oil separates and it looks like this. Trust me, take your time so it tastes really delicious and you don't get a stomachache if it's still a bit raw. At this point, add in the tomatoes and soften them up. Add in some salt. Add in the palm sugar. If you don't have that, you can add regular sugar or even brown sugar. It doesn't matter, just we need a bit of sweetness. Add in the coconut milk and let that cook for another 5 to 10 minutes. Take your time with the sambal. The longer it cooks, the more it thickens and the flavors develop into more complex notes, and you won't get a raw tasting chili paste instead of a sambal. Add in the tofu, mix that up, and remember the large red onions, those large red onions that we chopped earlier. You can add them right now and then give it a final mix until the onions are just a little soft, al dente, still with the crunch but a bit mellow and soft and caramelized, and your tofu sambal is ready. Are you a vegetarian? Just skip the belacan. Everything else is good to go. This one is so amazing when you eat it with sambar or rasam. It's an amazing combination. I feel like having it right now. You know what? I'm going to tell them to cook this again in a few days. Very addictive. Thank you for watching. Like, share and subscribe. The sambar recipe is coming up next. Stay tuned on the Diao's channel.